Hey all, Zach here, and welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney! In the last one, we just found out about a murder case that happened right here at the prosecutor's office, and we just found the witness of that very murder, the Kaffa Queen, Angel Star, and we are going to have a chance to talk with her, so let's see what she has to say about the case. Somehow, I knew. Yesterday was the day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Destiny? Was yesterday special for some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know the foul misdeeds of evil ones that haunt this den of inequality. Evil ones? Prosecutors, they have no qualms at all about blackening the name of innocence. And yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday? Oh, have you ever been to ProCon? Oh man, that would be amazing having a ProCon. It's a prosecutors convention. It's called ProCon. I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul, like poop. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this, evil? Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the Cough-Up Queen. The most heinous of all the evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday. It was in his car they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunch of all. That's right, dinner for lunch. Really? Really? What? I'm totally confused. Yeah, I'm with you there, Phoenix. One thing's clear. This lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. So don't bring up Edgeworth. Got it. So what exactly was it that you witnessed, Miss Starr? I was fascinated. Fascinating spectacle to be sure. I now feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. To see Lana Skye wield that knife so... Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties to this world were cruelly cut still rings in my ears, and the rhythmic beat of Lana Skye's knife. Wait a second, you know Lana Skye? Of course, it's quite a feat becoming a chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? Hey, I'll take all your lunches, thank you. She always travels light. Now, why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? That's a good question. Could we ask you about it yourself, Miss Starr? I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here. Why not make lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. The kind you can only tell who are try General Swal Dow's eat this lunch. Never mind, you win. I don't even want to appreciate part of the Trilbyte's flavor. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? See the security room over there? The glass-walled booth? Yeah, the one right up there that only has it's like the bottom part of security. I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him. Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunch is more important than romance. So, to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Miss Starr, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. Useful analysis. Not. Sorry. Kinda true, Emma. Did you have a bad experience with the prosecutor, Miss Starr? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Huh, perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they are, the worse they smell. Kind of like 10-day-old clams in the chowder. Oh, that's disgusting. I wonder if Miss Starr was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past. They'd be a sure cause of food poisoning, scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking Cough-Up Queen. I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure. Yeah, it would be good to talk to her more, but for now, we got ourselves somewhere else to go. We gotta go to the High Prosecutor's office. Now this place looks familiar. This is kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. Thanks. Look, there's a trophy or something here. A trophy? What, that shield? It takes a real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, they must have a real stuck-up jerk. Phoenix Wright. You never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? That voice. It's good old Edgy. Long time no see, Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth.
You know him from somewhere?
Of course, I'm his biggest fan. My sister introduced us once, and...
Right, her sister is chief prosecutor after all. Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you, I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk.
No, no. It was just, Mr. Wright here, he...
Hey, don't blame me.
We're just here to investigate a murder case.
Murder?
A body was found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot.
That would be my car. What's of it?
What? Your car?
I'll say one thing, she certainly can scream. Well, Edgy, you're here. Let's talk to you. So, the body was found in your car. Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less.
No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. No, she didn't do that. I mean...
Wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister, then?
Yes, sir. Emma Sky. It's nice to meet you again.
Now, that didn't sound forced at all. Now I remember. You've really grown. I'll admit it, it was a surprise for me, too. To think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can understand. Wait, what did you say? Lana Sky is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be prosecuting at the trial tomorrow.
You? Mr. Edgeworth?
Well, it would make sense that Edgeworth would probably do it just because of his high recognition. I mean, probably if Miles Edgeworth was not available, they probably would have gone to Von Karma if he was still around. To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here after all. What do you mean? Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. Considering that they're gonna go do a little flashback on him, it's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. And of course, thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident.
What? That's crazy!
Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life, impossible to stop.
But...
Some of them even go as far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys? The bronze shield? There's gotta be a story behind that one. In the meantime, let's talk to Lana Sky. Chief Prosecutor Sky, yes. We worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case.
That's right, I remember.
2 years ago. I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken.
Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you.
Then, why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife.
What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon?
To be more specific, it was the knife I kept in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. Well, now we know about that. So if it's actually the knife that was in the trunk of Edgeworth's car, this means that the death could not have been premeditated. Or at the very least, that just simply he was still alive in the trunk, based on how the case is going so far. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Come Come on, can't he just take a joke? You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. Yeah, I got a strange sense of humor, alright, but at the very least, I gotta do my job. Okay, Edgeworth, you ever seen something so shiny? I once dreamed of being a defense attorney a long time ago.
What? You wanted to be a defense attorney, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yet my past is laid out clearly before me. I have no time to reflect on what might have been. That's a fair point. Let's talk about this ID card. Say, Edgeworth, I was wondering about this.
Mr. Wright! Huh? What? Are you sure you should be showing that bit to Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh, he'll take it for sure, won't he?
I wish I could be on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth, but then my sister would be found guilty.
If she sighs it any deeper, I'm gonna start getting depressed. Alright, so we can't show him that, but what if we showed him the knife? It's against my policy to discuss evidence with the defense, especially with you.
He doesn't like you much, does he, Mr. Wright?
Nah, with Edgeworth, it's never personal. It's all about winning tomorrow. Well, for now, at least. No worries, Edgeworth gets better, but for now, I want to look at that trophy over there. I've been wondering, what the heck is this?
It has a big K on it.
Prosecutors. Huh? What's that? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy.
King of Prosecutors?
It's a great honor. They send the shield to the best prosecutor each year. What, so? So that K, that's...
K stands for king.
Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing.
King of Prosecutors. Kind of like Employee of the Month, only better.
Well, we got the King of Prosecutors trophy. We might as well show it to Edgeworth to learn some more info on it. Well, we don't have much evidence anyway, so... So basically this says that you were the best of the best last year, huh? You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, Wright. I lost a day of work to receive that travesty.
Huh? Why's that?
I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. The police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works, yeah?
I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken?
What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about.
Oh, right.
He doesn't seem too concerned about his award, for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office.
Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday.
Alright, so let's go and talk to him, see what he has to say about the day of the crime. Could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office.
Cleaning day?
Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal. Wiping your hands of the old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and rewards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when you got the shield. I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. That's very precise.
People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright.
No, I place little faith in my memory. That is very true. I am the same way. It's one reason that I go by this. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. So now we have this little parking stub that shows that is the exact time that he arrived. This is the parking stub from the underground lot. The murder took place around 5:15.
So the murder happened right after you got back.
What, right? I'd appreciate if you direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. Oh, hey, we got this guy.
Excuse me, but is this Miss Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises?
I'm Mr. Edgeworth. I'm Mr. Edgeworth. You can call first name Mr., last name Edgeworth. What is it?
I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got a report, sir.
Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all.
Sky, sir? No, sir. No name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir.
I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow.
Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it?
I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated.
But sir, I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of the particulars of your arrangement.
Give me your name.
Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins.
Right, Officer Meekins, take your report and leave. And good luck with the raise next month.
But sir, I didn't know.
Poor guy. Looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains, and good luck. Yeah, I think you got... Yeah, sorry about that. It's kind of only on special days. Right. Yes, sir? Guy caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now.
Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright.
The victim was a detective from the same department as the patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks. He seems to have finally calmed down at least. Well, we got that out of him. For now, though, we still have a little bit of time, so let's go and move on down to the police department. For now, though, we gotta walk by Lana Sky. Hey, Lana. But now, police department! And what is that thing doing in the front of the building? It looks disgusting.
Oh, we're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office?
Beats me. That took almost 30 minutes by taxi, and traffic wasn't even that bad. Police department, huh? I've only ever been to criminal affairs next door. Hold on, what's that? Ooh, it kind of moves it kind of freakishly. Disturbing.
Disturbing? Why does it undoddle like that?
Oh, wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot.
Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow.
Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him?
Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger.
Oh, I wonder who this is.
Uh-oh, he noticed me.
He sure is running over here fast.
Hey, pal, what are you doing here?
That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there?
What?
Well, at least he doesn't seem too busy. This is our chance to get information.
Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very, very busy man, pal.
Okay, you keep telling yourself that, Detective. Tell us about that case now.
I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You better not agree to defend the suspect in that case.
Why not?
Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him.
But what if she's not telling the truth?
Yes, well, no. Come on, pal, there's plenty of evidence against her.
But what if the evidence was faked?
Hey, pal, can I speak to you for a second?
Me?
Why is this little girl so peeved at you? Me?
She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister.
Whoa! The chief prosecutor's little sister?
Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically.
Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voice down. You don't want to
be overheard using words like faked.
Huh?
It's a sensitive issue within us these days.
Yeah, considering the whole Von Karma thing, I understand.
So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe?
Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs.
Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time?
What do you mean, this time?
Then, what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister case and all.
It's true. We never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being let into the criminal affairs now. The lowest ranked guy in there is our chief detectives. They're not letting any of us ranker and file detectives in at all.
None of you?
I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? Yeah, they're only letting the high-ups do it.
So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the Badger dance down pat.
Isn't there anything else you could be doing?
The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot.
Officer Marshall?
Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy.
Patrolman in charge of the crime scene. It's unheard of, pal.
Yeah, it seems very unheard of. Let's at least try to present him some stuff. Like, maybe you can tell us about Bruce Goodman. Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this?
Hey, pal, this is Detective's ID card. You can't just keep that. You have to turn it in, pal. It's people like you that get me into trouble, so much trouble all the time. I mean, Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman. Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake.
But didn't you work together with him in the criminal affairs?
Whoa! Now I remember! Bruce Goodman! He's the victim! Oh my gosh! Bruce Goodman is the victim? Oh my gosh! It was Bruce Goodman that was the victim the whole time! Oh my gosh! It's Bruce Goodman that was the victim the whole time! It couldn't have been anyone else! Oh my gosh! Oh, Detective Gumshoe, you truly solved the mystery this time! That's what I thought.
Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe?
Yes, let's hear the great mind of Gumshoe! I'd like to hear more about how you were the victim. Or how Goodman was the victim. Let's hear about Bruce Goodman.
So this ID card belonged to the victim.
He was a detective like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman.
Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it?
Yeah, why not near the crime scene?
Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transferal for a case he handled 2 years ago.
Evidence transferal? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot.
And Lana's confessing so much. And she is confessing a lot. Maybe we can try. Let's see if we can try getting Gumshoe to talk a little bit more. Maybe about. We'll just submit each piece of evidence. How about the knife?
Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I didn't mean, I mean, sure, of course. Someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth?
The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened?
We have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Alright, lastly, let's show him that trophy.
Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday.
Were you at the awards ceremony, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself.
Congratulations!
I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken?
Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later.
Apparently, he's forgotten.
But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award, even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office.
Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors. Well, we got the chance to hear him. Maybe he has like a... Let's talk about Edgeworth's troubles.
He's in a tough spot again.
Again? Well, considering the whole DL6 incident thing, so yeah. As well as also the murder that happened on Christmas.
Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney Hammond.
But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent.
Listen, pal. There have been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting.
But there's no evidence against him.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always been in usually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious.
I had no idea he was under the gun.
Anyway, his latest case started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself.
What?
But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us.
Oh man, you're being a good man thinking the other way about this. Well, I think in the meantime, let's see if we can try talking to anyone else. Because we don't really have anywhere else to go. Edgy. Well, Edgeworth's gone, so we can't talk to him anymore. And we don't really have anything else to show off to people, so maybe something else. Well, there's only one last thing to do is, well, go back to Wright and Co. Law Office. Well, I think it's one of those, like, that it's not really telling me where to go next because, like, I actually don't remember where to go next after this, so I think what we'll do is probably call it here. We are kind of near the end of an episode anyway. So, next time on Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, we're going to be finding out more about these cases and see what's up, and especially try to see what the heck is going on with this case, because this is a massive case. This usually is supposed to be the end of a chapter, but we're still going because this is a long case. I'll see you guys in the next one. Toodles!
Objection!